Hi, and welcome. I'm Jake, your resident content cowboy here. Yee-haw, and I am bringing you into the magical world of Pokémon Unite, the happiest place on Earth, not to be confused with Disney. I should not have said that. Cut that out. Someone cut that out. And today I want to talk to you about the 5 things that I wish I knew before I started playing Pokémon Unite. Join me, won't you, in the happiest place. No, I won't say it again. I will not say the happiest place on Earth. Welcome. One of the most important systems to understand in Pokémon Unite that is outside of a match is the held item system. If you pull open your menu here and head over to held items, you can take a look at all of the held items that you currently have and decide which ones to upgrade using item enhancers. There's a lot to learn here, but I just want to give you the basics for someone starting this game out and things I wish I knew right when I started. First of all, recently the game added in the ability to get super item enhancers, and those will level up an item to level 30. I would recommend holding off on leveling any of your items to level 30 until you've played for a while. Most items actually don't benefit that much from going to level 30 over level 20. Level 20 is when they get their biggest bonus. It is when their passive ability is at its strongest. Let's look at Buddy Barrier as an example. Buddy Barrier gives you a shield equal to 20% of your max HP and a shield to your ally equal to the same when you use your Unite move. At level 10, that shield increases to 30% of your max HP. At level 20, it increases to 40% of your max HP. Once it is at level 20, that is the highest level that your ability on your items will be upgraded. This goes for every single item you have. Your score shield is at its strongest, your buddy barrier, your focus band. The only thing that changes past level 20 are the item bonuses you see below that say defense or special defense. Special attack here, special attack or cooldown here on Shell Bell. So many items don't need to get to level 30. A few are really beneficial at level 20. So I figured it would be good for me to let you know which items I think are really strong on most every Pokemon in the game. So once you get to level 9 and you can start to upgrade these items, here are a few that I think are really great to upgrade, again, for almost every Pokemon. Once you start to play the game more, you can make some decisions as to which specific items you want to upgrade that are more specialized. But generally, these few are great. We'll start with the Buddy Barrier. I talked about it a little earlier. This item gives you a shield and an ally shield when you use your Unite move. It turns team fights in your direction. It's really amazing. Another great item to upgrade is the Muscle Band. Almost any Pokemon can take advantage of this item, especially your ranged attackers. Even if you are not an attack-based Pokemon, for instance Ninetales here is special attack-based, you still get a huge bonus from the attack speed and this item's ability, which is when your basic attacks hit, you do increased damage by 3% of the opposing Pokemon's remaining HP. Even if you are a weak Pokemon with your basic attacks, this helps you chip away at some of your stronger enemies. Another great choice would be the Focus Band. Focus Band is amazing on pretty much anyone. Basically, once every 90 seconds, you have the ability to recover a ton of health when your health gets low. This is a get out of jail free card. It happens multiple times a match, and it stops you from getting KO'd. It's absolutely one of the most useful items in the game, and there isn't a single Pokemon that couldn't benefit from not getting KO'd so easily. Another item that I think is very incredible is the Score Shield. Score Shield changes the way you play Pokemon Unite. If you have a low amount of points, you can literally walk up and score right in the enemy's face, and there's not much they can do about it. I love Score Shield so much, and while these items I wouldn't say are extremely specialized to a Pokemon, for instance, if you're playing Absol, you might be using critical hit items more than anything else. These items are generally good for just about any Pokemon in the game. So the way I would recommend upgrading them would be get one to level 10, the next to level 10, the next to level 10, and then finally 20, 20, and 20. Save those super item enhancers. I do have another video on my channel about super item enhancers. My second tip is not buying the wrong Pokemon. I have many videos on my channel talking about tier lists and which Pokemon are good and which Pokemon need a buff and a nerf, etc. But there are a ton of Pokemon to buy, and if you are playing this game free to play, you will not be able to get all of them. So I do think you should take some time and try to make the best decision possible when it comes to buying a Pokemon that you don't have. A few things to keep in mind. Does it fit a role that maybe you don't have on your roster? So, if you don't have a support Pokemon on your roster at all, it might be a good idea to pick up someone like Wigglytuff or Blissey, Mr. Mime, Eldegoss. If you don't have someone on your roster that is an all-rounder, it might be a great idea to pick up someone like Lucario, who, as of recording this video, is without question the best all-rounder inside the game. Something to also keep in mind is new Pokemon are released all the time. It looks to be on about a 3-week window for new Pokemon releases, and you can only get so many coins inside the game. So if you're playing free to play, I would hold your coins until you know someone is really exciting and you want to buy them. A great way to figure out if you even like playing as this Pokemon, select the Pokemon inside this Pokemon screen and head to the practice area. Inside the practice area, you will go up against an AI opponent who doesn't really do anything, and you can try out all of this Pokemon's moves. You can figure out if you actually would like playing as this Pokemon. Another thing that you could do is you could watch videos or guides on YouTube to give you a good idea as to whether or not this Pokemon plays the way you like to play. Are you interested in playing more like a sneaky assassin? Well, maybe someone like Absol or Gengar are right for you. Are you looking to deal tons of damage from far away and control the battle? Well, then maybe someone like my boy Cramorant works well for you. But don't buy Pokemon right away. You're going to get a lot of coins up top, and then not as many coins as the game goes on. So, something to think about is which Pokemon you want to buy. The next thing that you want to be very aware of is where to go inside the game. Now, that's a bigger topic than what I can cover inside this video, but the battle prep screen I find very, very important. If you open up the battle prep screen, you can see your held items, as well as your battle items, and down here, the map path. The game will actually tell you a good area for your Pokemon to be. As an attacker, it tells you that the top path is a great place to go. You can let your team know that that's where you're going, and they will understand that that's where you will be inside the game. Once you do that, remember what you called out and go to that area. Of course, you can pick any area inside the game, and every Pokemon has a different recommended area. Speedsters often in the center, attackers and defenders in the top, and then all-rounders and support in the bottom path. Once you're inside the game, obviously take the lane you called out. I called out top lane here as Pikachu, and that means that this little Aipom right here is good for me to eat. If you're heading into the jungle, and by eat I just mean KO. If you're heading into the jungle, you don't usually take those Aipoms. And unlike this little Charizard right here, you don't head into the jungle and take your jungle's Pokemon. That Ludicolo right there and that Bouffalant right there, they belong to Greninja, who called that center area. Oftentimes you will find a speedster in the center area, but very often you will also find an attacker like a Greninja. Again, those Pokemon are for your jungle. Don't take them from your jungler. They need to get that experience. That's the #1 reason a Pokemon heads into the center area, is to get more experience than you get in the lanes. Once you're in lane, you fight the enemies and try to take as many neutral Pokemon as you can while supporting your team and getting as many KOs as you can. When you have an opportunity, run on over to the enemy goal and score. Gaining experience is extremely important, so make sure you take the time to take out these wild Pokemon as best you can and be the strongest little Pikachu that you can be. If you ever have the opportunity to take the Pokemon on the enemy's side of the map, that is even better because you deny them experience. So again, play your lane, don't take experience from your jungle, and support your team by doing what your role says it does. If you're an attacker, attack, baby! Now there's a lot to learn with this next moment, but one of the most important things you can do is gather with your team for the big team fights. You can see the counter counting down at the top and bottom of the screen. That means Dreadnought and Rotom are spawning. As best as you can, and of course there are circumstances where this isn't the case, but for someone starting the game, be at the bottom lane for Dreadnought.
Be there for Dreadnought. Your team needs you. If you can win this fight, your team not only gets a shield, but a ton of experience for every single member of your team. It is a huge advantage, so you need to be there with your squad so that you can make the best of this moment. While it might seem ideal to be up in this top lane because no one is there, that lane is not anywhere near as important as the bottom lane because, again, of this objective, Dreadnought. Dreadnought gives a ton of experience for your team. Do not make the mistake of winning top lane and losing bottom. Bottom is, without question, a more important lane. Whether you win or lose Dreadnought, it is now time to get back in the game and start farming up. That means taking out enemy Pokemon as best you can and wild Pokemon. The more you can do this, the more experience you will gain and the better position you will be in for future team fights. Of course, the most important one coming soon, Zapdos. Something to also keep in mind is that Dreadnought spawns multiple times throughout the match. So does Rotom. So if you do take it out, there is another opportunity to fight for it again. As the match gets closer to the 2-minute mark, again, make sure that you're ready to group up with your team for this big team fight here at Zapdos. Most matches come down to whichever team can win at the Zapdos fight. A few things to keep in mind. Don't give the enemy easy KOs right before this moment, so stick with your team and stay safe as best you can. Also, don't use your Unite move so close to this fight. Save it for the big moment when everyone is fighting over Zapdos, so hopefully you can win. There's a ton more to learn in Pokemon Unite, but I hope these few tips have helped you if you're just starting. And of course, the basic tips apply. Be good to each other, try to be a good teammate, get out there, and start climbing up that master rank. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Tons more content on my channel. Goodbye, everybody. Mwah!